You know that stuff you have lying around the house? A record player, some old books, maybe a camera? We've all got it. But what if you could turn all that clutter into actual cash? Well, that's what eBay is all about. And today, we are going to break down exactly how to create your very first listing step by step. Okay, so you've decided to take the plunge and become an eBay seller. I get it. It can look kind of intimidating when you first see the listing form. So many options, so many buttons. But I promise you, it's way simpler than it looks once you know the way. And that's exactly what we're here for. Consider this your roadmap. We're going to walk you through everything you need to know to get that first item listed with total confidence. By the time we're done here, you'll be good to go.
But before we do anything else, we got to talk about the most important thing for any seller, the money. Understanding the costs involved is absolutely step one.
So, let's get right into it. It's not nearly as complicated as it seems. Really, once you understand how eBay gets paid, you'll know exactly how to price your items to make sure you get paid what you're expecting.
It really just boils down to three main types of fees. First, you've got insertion fees. Think of this as the cost to just put your item up for sale. But the good news is, as a new seller, you get a whole bunch of free listings every single month. The second, and this is the big one, is the final value fee. This is just a percentage that eBay takes after your item sells. And finally, you have some optional fees for things like making your title bold to grab a little more attention.
Now, if you're going to remember one fee, make it the final value fee. A really good rule of thumb is to just plan for it to be around 10% of whatever the buyer pays in total, and that includes the shipping cost. Now, the exact percentage can vary a little bit depending on where you are or what you're selling, but honestly, if you just keep 10% in your head, you'll be set for figuring out your pricing.
All right, so we've got the fees sorted. Now for the fun part, figuring out what your item is actually worth. And no, we are not just going to pull a number out of thin air. This is all about doing some quick and easy market research. And believe it or not, your best tool for this is the same eBay search bar you've probably used a million times as a buyer. Seriously. That's where it all begins. Just type in whatever it is you want to sell.
And instantly, you're going to see what the competition looks like. How many other people are selling the exact same thing? Take a peek at the prices, look at their photos, you get a real feel for the market right away.
But wait, here comes the pro move, the real secret sauce. Don't just look at what's for sale right now. You need to scroll down through the search filters and find a little checkbox that says Sold Items. This shows you what people have actually paid for your item. See, anyone can ask for $100, but what did someone really pay? That's the data you need. It's pure gold.
Okay, research is done. You know your price. Now it's time for the main event, actually creating the listing. Let's walk through this together, screen by screen. And it all starts here, nice and simple. Just tell eBay what you've got. You can type in the name of the product, or here's a little tip. If you have the original box or the book cover with a barcode on it, type that number in. eBay will pull in a bunch of the information for you automatically. It's a huge time saver.
And that brings us right here to the title. Now listen, if you only focus on one thing, make it this. Your title is everything. It's the first thing buyers see, and it's how the eBay search engine knows to show them your item in the first place. You've got to get this right.
So, how do you write a killer title? It's simple. Think like you're the one searching for it. Put yourself in the buyer's shoes. What words would you type in? You want to include the brand, the model, the color, the style, the model number. Get all those juicy details in there. Just look at this example. It's packed with exactly what a sneaker collector would be looking for.
Next up, photos. Okay, so your title got them in the door. Now your photos have to close the deal. Remember, a buyer can't pick your item up, they can't touch it, they can't feel it, so your pictures have to do all of that work for them.
So here's your photo checklist. First, max out those photo slots. Use all 24 if you can. Show every single angle, top, bottom, sides, inside, and most importantly, do not be shy about flaws. If there's a tiny scratch, take a clear, close-up picture of it. This builds massive trust. Oh, and a quick technical tip for you. Try to keep your images somewhere between 800 and 1400 pixels wide. It just helps them load fast and lets buyers use that handy zoom feature.
All right, let's move on down to the item description. This is your chance to tell the story of your item and to fill in any gaps that the title and photos might have left. It's where you answer any questions a buyer might have before they even ask.
For your description, just keep it simple and keep it clean. Good grammar and spelling just make you look more professional and trustworthy. And just like with the photos, be honest, but here's the absolute must-do #1 tip for descriptions: check how it looks on a phone. Most of your buyers are scrolling on a little screen, so use eBay's mobile-friendly checker to make sure your text is easy to read.
We are so close. You can almost taste the sale. You've described the item perfectly. The last piece of the puzzle is just figuring out how to get it from you to your happy buyer.
First, let's talk about a term you'll see called handling time. Sounds official, but it's really simple. It's just the promise you're making about how long it'll take you to get the package in the mail after someone pays you.
So on this page, you'll pick that handling time we just talked about, and then you've got a choice to make about the shipping cost. You can go with free shipping, which, let's be honest, everyone loves to see, or you can have eBay figure it out for you with calculated shipping. Or you can just pick a simple flat rate for everyone. Want the cheat codes to being a great seller? Here they are. Offer free shipping whenever you can. Set your handling time to 1 day if possible. Speed sells. Always upload a tracking number. It protects you and makes the buyer feel secure. And finally, just use eBay's shipping labels. You can print them right at home, and they usually save you a little money.
And that's it. You did it. All the hard work is done. The research, the title, the photos, the shipping, all that's left is to hit that big blue list item button. And just like that, your item is live for millions of buyers to see.
So congratulations! Your very first listing is officially out there in the world. You've taken the biggest step and crossed the starting line. The journey's just begun. The only question left is, what will you sell next?